I had to move, I had to leave, and I couldn't use the ballroom anymore, and so I went to the manager and I was like, hey, manager guy, now what? And graciously, he said, well, we have a relationship with Embassy Suites. Let me call them. That's the next step on the journey. Let me show you. So the other day, I felt really grateful. One of my adult students came up to me and we were just chatting, and he basically said he was really proud of what we built. He's seen us over the last couple of years do well in Junction Plaza and then make it through COVID, and then now here we are. And he said, well, you know, just kind of, it's a testament of the message of Super Kicks, his words. He said, you know, you work hard and you set goals and you never give up and you just keep on going no matter what. And at that time, in my head, I was already thinking about how I was going to convey this origin story of our school, and I thought that is the message of Super Kicks. Like, we never give up. You don't stop. You set a goal and you make it happen. I'm coming to Ashburn. I'm gonna open up a karate school. No shopping centers? Fine. I'll go to a hotel. We get to a hotel. Sorry, you can't make it in this hotel anymore. You can't be here because of a football team. Okay? Now where I'm gonna go? Like, I don't quit. You don't give up. And I love that about the story. Like, I love that about how we teach that to our students. And I hope that after watching this video that you and other families just have the understanding that, like, that's how we think. Like, that is Super Kicks. Super Kicks is, the message of Super Kicks is, you set a goal, you go after it, you never give up. When you run into an obstacle, you find another way, you go around it, you go above it, you go through it, you go under it, you ask for help, you figure out whatever you gotta do to achieve the goal that you set out to achieve. The message of Super Kicks. All right, to the next hotel. All right, here we come, up on the Embassy Suites. All right, here we are, Embassy Suites. Let me show you, come in, check it out. Okay, so the hotel is under renovation. I didn't know, no big deal, but that used to be the ballroom, and over there used to be where the sofa was that we would welcome people in, and then where we're standing right now, I don't even know where we are. Well, I'll show you in a minute. I don't think we're supposed to be here, but this is a lot of fun. So if you can see what's in here, that I used to bring people in. I used to tell people about the elevator that we installed into our new karate school when they would come in here. So we were here for about 2.5, 3 months, and we would teach from those ballrooms. There as well, there are people in there. They're looking at me. I don't think they want me to be here. So let's go outside. You know, forgiveness, not permission. You know, you do what it takes. You do what it takes. So that didn't really go according to plan. No big deal. So Embassy Suites, this was hotel number 2. And during the time that we were in that hotel, I was in negotiations constantly with different shopping centers and places where we could go so we could teach and actually have our karate school. And so within a couple of months, we secured a place, Junction Plaza. We tried to get in Ashburn Village, and that didn't work. We tried to get into Loudon Stations, where the new metro is now, and that almost came to be, and I just decided that I didn't want to be there. And then Junction Plaza opened up, and we moved in. So now, let's go show you where we were for 10 years. And even then, there was kind of like a musical chairs-ness in Junction Plaza. All right, so on to Junction. Now on the way, I do want to share a thought, an idea. When I told my friends and other karate school owners that I had opened up in hotels, immediately everyone said, how in the world did you recruit members? Like, how did you actually get people to come into your karate school? And the answer is what we call VIP. And so we would show up to gas stations and restaurants, grocery stores, Starbucks, Dollar Generals, Subway, lots of different places. And every single day, you show up with a clipboard and we VIP. And basically, I would ask people, as people were exiting the store, You say, excuse me, sir, I'm giving away a 30-day guest pass to my karate school. Can I get a card for you or someone in your family? And some would say yes, some would say no. They all might. And the ones that said yes, I got their name, their number, and their email. I scheduled appointments, and then that's how we filled our karate school. And even to this day, that's how we fill our karate school. You may be watching this and you were at a farmer's market, at an event, and we made animal balloons. Like that's the evolution of our VIP process, but we have a nice little hook, a fun way to get kids to come over to our table, and then we invite families to try our classes for 30 days for free, and you hopefully fall in love with us, and now you're watching this video. And you may ask, well, how did you get permission? Well, that's part of the message of Super Kicks, that you just do what it takes. We didn't ask for permission, we just kind of stood there. And the way that we worked it was we'd just stand there for about an hour, and eventually we would just leave. We'd get our numbers and leave. That recruiting process, that VIP process, for me, I learned it back in Lynchburg, my hometown, and it really changed my life, because it changed my business. Because I didn't have to wait for my advertising to work. I didn't have to hope that someone referred me. I didn't have to hope that the ad I put in some pamphlet or newsletter would work. It was a very direct way that I could influence my business and influence our numbers. And if we needed to enroll more students, I could simply go out and grab my clipboard and go get them and make it happen. And so it changed my business, but it also changed my life, because I love teaching the VIP process to teenagers. We have the teens that work for us now that have done an amazing job. I like teaching the VIP process because I feel like it is not just a way of getting new members. I feel like it's a way of living your life. Some will, some won't, they all might. And so to get in the habit of asking for what you want, get in the habit of just asking. If they say no, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm not a bad human. I'm not a bad person. They just didn't want my offer. They didn't think that I was for them. No big deal. And it's sales 101, but to approach life that way, like I have a goal. I'm gonna go after this goal. I'm gonna make it happen. And the people that I try to bring on board with my goal, some will and some won't, but they all might. My responsibility isn't to make anyone do anything. My responsibility is to just ask. Some will, and some won't, and that's okay. I think it's good to share that piece of the story in this video, because I feel like a lot of people see Super Kicks and they think, man, they came out of nowhere. Well, we did come out of nowhere and think, man, it was like an overnight success. No, it really wasn't. We worked really hard for a lot of hours, for a long, long time. My instructor, he regularly reminds me that by the time I got to Ashburn in 2012, by the time I got here, I already had 15 years of experience and growth and hustle and hard work. And he feels like, and I agree with him, that I honed my skills in Lynchburg. And so by the time I got for 15 years, and so by the time I got to Ashburn, I was ready to really put those skills to the test and start over completely from scratch. 10 years later, we've built something really strong and meaningful. And the cool part is, I feel like I'm just getting started. Here we are. Junction Plaza, Suite 192. It is for lease. Let's go. I don't know if we can go inside. Do I have a key? Oh, there are people here. Ooh, check this out. Look, look, look. This is the original karate school right now. There are humans that are working and chopping into the floor and turning this into something else. Our sign is still there. I wonder if, I'm gonna ask them if I can see and if we can come in. Hi, 1 minute. Yeah, that's okay, keep coming. Get this way. We've got our sign that's still up. Our thing is still up over here. And I think they want me to leave, so let's leave. Thank you. So when we got to Junction Plaza, this is where we started, Suite 192, and it's 1,400 square feet. We had to squash people inside of our location. Like, it was really tight, really packed. And to those of you that started and stopped, I'm really sorry about how crammed and tight it was. So we were here for a year or two, and then I had a student tell me about after school. Now, I know earlier I said I didn't want to do an after school program, but we really had so many people that called and were like, hey, do you do after school? And I would say, no, we don't do after school. We only do martial arts. And I thought it was a really good thing. And we had a lot of people go, okay, thanks, click. And I just realized really fast that we were missing an opportunity to serve more people in Ashburn. And so I reluctantly decided, all right, let's just do this. Let's make this happen. And so we opened up another suite. And so we're getting ready to come up to inside the shopping center. We got suite number 164, where the UPS store is now. And so we had two suites. We had the karate school down at 192, and then the after school up here at 164. Kids would get dropped off. The vans would drop them off at 164, and they would do their school and their classes and their their homework and all of that stuff. And then they would walk down and they would take karate at 192, and then they would walk back up. One of the biggest issues that we faced in Ashburn was space. We always had not a lot of space. And so Suite 192, the first karate school, 1,400 square feet. Again, we packed people in. The after school was a little bit smaller. I think it was 1,200 or 1,250. And so that was really tight. And so I told the people who I told our property managers, if anything ever bigger comes available, please let me know. I want it. Like, you don't even have to ask. Like, I just want it. I don't care what it costs. I want it. And then the carpet place came available. That was exciting. So the carpet place was 2,100 square feet. So I knew it wasn't as big as I wanted, but it was way bigger than what we had. So we got that, and we cleaned out the carpet place. And then we kind of played musical suites in the shopping center. So we had 192, which was way on this end by Nagoya, and we closed down 164, the old after school, and we moved after school into 192. So they had more space. Yay, they were excited. And then we took our karate school and we put them all the way down at the end, 114, where the carpet store was, right beside Starbucks. And so we had more space. So everyone had more space. It was really good. The only problem was that it still wasn't enough space. And now after school had to jog a mile to get to the karate school, but no big deal. We made it happen. And we a lot of times we shuttled them, we put them back in the vans, and we drove them down and came back. And then we kept on growing inside of the suite beside Starbucks. That's where a lot of people remember us. We spent more time there than anywhere since we've been here in Ashburn. And we still kept on doing really big things. We were growing, we had more students. It got to the point where we had to use the after school suite in the evening to teach classes and to do intro lessons. And so I can remember me and other instructors, we would meet a new family in the karate school beside Starbucks, 114. We would build rapport and walk them from 114 all the way down to 192. And during that time, we would ask questions and where you from, how you doing, what are your hobbies, and just make sure that by the time that we were able to teach the introductory karate class, that they knew us, we knew them, and it was a strong play. And just making use of both suites, again, like, give me a solution. Don't tell me the problem. I'm gonna make this happen. We have a goal. How do we make it work? What can we do? That's always been our attitude with Super Kicks, and I feel like it's very much a Super Kicks attitude. 2019 was up until that point the best year, and we started 2020. We knew that it was gonna be a great year. And then COVID. COVID was hard. COVID was really tough.